far in such a short time. The roughest journeys from the head to the heart. Guide yourself wisely, take courage in the dark. Oh, courage in the dark. Be hopeful, faithful, grateful. Hopeful, faithful, grateful. You know. Hopeful, faithful, grateful. Come on. Hopeful, Time to tell the truth. There's no more need to hide. You gotta, well, you've had to keep it all up inside. It's time to let it loose. Just let it fly. You're free to speak the truth. Your whole question's right. Change for the best. When you begin to don't give up. You just started. You've come so far in such a short time. Don't give up. You just started. You've come so far in such a short time. The hardest step is always the first one. All things will come to you once you're in motion. Don't give up. You just started. You've come so far in such a short time. The roughest journeys from the head to the heart. Guide yourself wisely, take courage in the dark. Oh, courage in the dark. Don't give up. Be hopeful, faithful, grateful. Hopeful, faithful, grateful. You know. Hopeful, faithful, grateful. Come on. Hopeful, faithful,
Hello, and welcome to an evening of healing and hope, supporting the work of Terrewode Women's Fund. My name is Sarah Hickman, and I'll be your MC for tonight. But first, a few notes. We'd love to see you this evening. So please share a selfie and let us know who you're watching with so we can say hello to everyone. You can text your picture to 206-395-5323. In fact, I'm going to show you how easy it is to take a selfie and send it in. Hold on. Ah, ta-da! Now I'm going to text this to 206-395-5323 and let them know that I'm in Austin, Texas. So feel free to join me. Secondly, to access captioning, just click the CC button below the video and the captions will turn on. Easy peasy. Speaking of here, where are you located tonight? As I mentioned, I'm in Austin, Texas. So drop in the chat where you're located right now so we can get an idea of who all's watching from where. Lastly, if you need any technical help, you can ask for it in the comments or you can email info@terrewodewomensfund.org with a challenge, a phone number, or anything else, and our friendly volunteers will give you a call to help. Let's see if there's anyone in the chat right now. Hold on, I'm looking. Well, I'm looking. So please join me so I won't feel so alone. Now, we've got T-minus 10 minutes before our official event begins. So take this moment to fill your glass and grab a snack because we're going to start really soon. In the meantime, please enjoy some photos of the beautiful people we support at Terrewode Women's Community Hospital.
Wish we could cut away hatred without resorting to a knife. Wish we could build a heaven for the weary tonight. White toe, when you can walk that walk
Body, 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 do, body, do, body. Body, 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 do. Are you enjoying this music as much as I am? Because I sure had a great time making it with my friend Lynn Dobson and the African Children's Choir and Price the Gift of Love. She's an amazing person. Welcome. Please let us know where you are located tonight by posting in the chat. The chat is where the socializing will take place tonight, a true pandemic blessing because it allows all of us to be together. I'm joining from Austin, Texas. We have London, England. We have Eugene, Oregon. We have Seattle, Washington, and we have Soroti, Uganda. Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm your host for the second annual Terrewode Women's Fund fundraiser, an evening for healing and hope. First, here's some quick housekeeping announcements. Closed captioning can be accessed by clicking the gear and turning on captions. And since we can't all be together in person, we would love to create a visual of our community this evening with selfies. If you and whomever you are with are interested, just text in your selfies and your location to 206 395 5323. And if you need any support during the course of our fundraiser, just email your problem, or if you want to make a pledge and your phone number, send your phone number and info to info@terrewodewomensfund.org. I'm joining from Austin, and if I look into the chat right now, I will see the folks from, hold on, let me get my glasses. Who do I see? I see India. We have people from India. That is so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And we have people from Texas, of course. We have people I see from Oregon. This is so exciting. You guys, I just know we're going to have a great turnout tonight. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who are new, Terrewode Women's Fund is dedicated to restoring the health and the dignity of women with obstetric fistula in Uganda and to ending fistula by supporting improved access to safe childbirth. We began raising funds in 2015, to build a dedicated fistula hospital in Soroti, Uganda. Terrewode Women's Community Hospital opened in 2019, and this year, their goal is to provide life-changing surgical care to 400 women and girls who suffer with obstetric fistula and related childbirth injuries. Terrewode Women's Fund is a long-term partner to Terrewode, supporting expert surgical care at the hospital and Terrewode's holistic reintegration programming. We have joined forces with Terrewode Community Hospital in Uganda, and together we are on a mission to end fistula forever. Now, we know some of you might be here because of a book club, and perhaps you've read the beloved novel Cutting for Stone, written by the renowned physician and author Abraham Varghese. Dr. Varghese brought worldwide awareness of obstetric fistula through telling the story of a fistula patient in his novel. And if you've read Cutting for Stone, please feel free to let us know in the chat. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Varghese, our renowned speaker for this evening.
This is Abraham Varghese, and I'm delighted to record this message for the virtual fundraising drive for the Terrewode Foundation. The problem of obstetric fistula is one that I feel strongly about. I had the chance to see patients with this condition when I was a medical student, and quite apart from the anatomical injury was the injury to the soul and the psyche. And these women are in need of tremendous support, not just the surgery, but psychological support to restore them to human beings who feel good about themselves. So I greatly admire what your organization is doing. I greatly admire the efforts, and I think perhaps more than anything else that I lend my support to, these kinds of fundraising efforts have really a direct effect on the welfare of one individual after another. So it's really money that is very well spent. I care about this problem enough that it became a major theme of my last book, Cutting for Stone. And in my next novel, The Covenant of Water, it finds mention as well. I think because it has so deeply affected me. Thank you all for caring, for listening to this message, and I hope you will do your best to support the Terrewode Foundation. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Varghese. It is a true honor to hear from you and to have your support. And good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Anderman. I am the board president at Terrewode Women's Fund. I want to add my welcome to all of you and thank you for joining us this evening to learn about and support the extraordinarily important work of this organization. I suspect that most of you are here because you believe, like all of us at Terrewode Women's Fund, that all women deserve to live with dignity and health and opportunity. Obstetric fistula takes all of this away from women. It is one of the most devastating things that women in Uganda and elsewhere in the world still face, despite being preventable and treatable, simply because they do not have access to the kind of care that we all take for granted. I first met a woman with a fistula in 2011. Her name was Sylvia. She was 72 years old. She had developed a fistula during a difficult birth when she was 20. For 52 years, almost her entire adult life, she had lived in isolation, unable to participate in family or community life. 52 years. Yet even after all that time, she was overjoyed to have the opportunity to be treated. She told us how grateful she was that she would be able to die a dry woman. I will never forget Sylvia and those words. Since meeting her and many others like her, I have had an unwavering commitment to doing my part to putting an end to this egregious problem that destroys women's lives. At Terrewode Women's Fund, we are dedicated to supporting life-changing, holistic care for women in Uganda who are suffering unnecessarily, and to helping prevent obstetric fistula altogether by increasing access to safe childbirth. You will learn more about all of this tonight. We don't have many opportunities to directly and profoundly impact the lives of fellow humans in great need. This is one such opportunity. Thank you for your interest and for standing with us as we work together to make this world a better place for all women and girls. Back to you, Sarah.
This is Abraham Varghese.
Thank you so much, Carolyn. The reason I'm here as the MC this evening is because I once stood on the hallowed ground that the hospital now resides on, and I've met several women who have benefited from the life-restoring simple fistula surgery. And I'll be heading back to Terrewode next summer, so I'll be sure to send you updates and photos. And anytime you feel moved this evening, just feel free to donate. We have 3 easy ways you can donate. You can click on the link in the chat. You can text TWF at 53555, or you can scan the QR code, and let's take a look at the thermometer that will appear on your screen right now. Okay, we're doing great. We've got $1,225. Thanks so much to everyone who's donated. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can read some of your names. I see we've got, so here, Elneil Coker. We've got Ava Sai. We've got an anonymous. We've got Helen Rice. We've got somebody named Melissa, I think, but I can't read the whole thing. Thank you so much. I know that we have a lot of people watching right now, including Peter Bay, who is in Berkeley, California. And we have somebody from Nigeria as well. So don't forget, if you want, just donate at any time. And as you can see, we have had 5 wonderful supporters who've already donated the $1,200. And $1,200 equals 1 surgery to free a woman from fistula. If you are planning to send in a check later, you can put it in your pledge and make sure that your contribution is counted in tonight's total. And by the way, we have a special challenge for you all tonight. Our board VP, Vivian Sue, is challenging supporters to donate to the Gordon Perkin Fund, which was set up in memory of Gordon Perkin, who was a founding member of Terrewode's Women's Health Fund and a champion for maternal health. Vivian has personally donated $10,000 and is hoping others can join her to double this amount in honor of Gordon. Thank you so much for your generosity, Vivian. And now I'd like to thank our sponsors, Marty Lester of Everywhere Audio in Austin, Texas, the Te Amos Foundation for financing and creating the films, and of course to our dear friend Lynn Dobson for her beautiful photography. So don't forget, you too can submit selfies because we want to see the community gathered here tonight. All you need to do is text in your selfies to 206-395-5323. Now, the work of Terrewode couldn't be done without incredibly special people. So some of the clinic staff and Terrewode Women's Fund board members have thoughtfully sent their photos in early, so you can check out their selfies and meet them in a virtual way. There's Jeff Peral, Audrey Garrett, Monica Opus in Uganda. There's one of our nurses. This is Dr. Tino. There's Lynn and Bonnie and some friends in Uganda. There's Martha. Steve B. and Carmen S. in Austin. There's Dr. Tino again. Betty. Betty looks like she might be in Hawaii. Stella. Oh, if you ever go to Uganda, I hope you meet Stella. She's awesome. Beautiful person. Hey, there's me. Everyone is so beautiful tonight. Please send in a selfie. You can do it by texting 206-395-5323. And you could tell that last selfie was me, taken right here at Everywhere Audio Studio in Austin, Texas. We are so incredibly lucky to work with award-winning photographer and videographer Chibuka Mukisa and his Ugandan film crew, Emmanuel Gushumba and Jeff Shea Magenda, who over the summer filmed what you are about to see tonight. So thank you very much, guys. This first video is about someone very dear to our hearts who has agreed to share her personal story with us of having an obstetric fistula. So please give your attention to Grace Akitang.
Kwenye do waile di dare di punila yanga to nesingo kana nene kilo kiti kedari puluk. Apa pinga kada kinto tau kanoi. Nara mame pone mame aganga tana. Ampa kinari bunanga koiki. Mwana majanga ya danya nari. Wala itu mosna nesinyo ikokuye. Ikokuye na dagu bwekone adisha. Ati dokana bakabe dokana biye. Bakabe bonbe. Mame pone. Halos tesa. Let's stop akamuria. Raja isam, raja na petango raudi, jaitoma. Ngindo bo abaka nginda ijeng, ngunu kera kuta ijengu. Amera do pekono angitakin. Mamlo kwana nije na ale doleta nu dam soroti ara imam. Rado kwana ni pine janyo la suban. Baka be angitakin na konai na yarete da. Ngawe hey. Chapa do kwani ngobuna pechi chapa da konai. Oyanga to do sai. Oyanga to do ngotoma. Abunga lilingi. Selai mo ya sedaka limbi asuba. Ina arak do berjonga kono ngai angale ungo. Obuno ngijeni dio. Obuno ngijeni dio. Oke berbangga ngitiku. Da wade ikaku. baka bikani ko kikone twanit tojo banyo na lusare ara lusari marara alam na ito yare kwa ikinai lele ni bora tupiti ja akeje eja bere jonyo akuri auda bere ke ja akwana be do kwani tunga jeni bonme gure sida ikoni le gure sinen aja bere nga kuri auda je aito de kini tunga bare koni nga lele nga kula muda abu do nga wanye ponelo be kilo kitiko ne aya ngarango
eta kanuta kirono enge nyakunu gure sore akaulo na abu laba kotara uno kilenike kape di saringesi erai koko karaida ijasa kirongo na dokita itangin
ebalali min alimen bida na dokita na tesa to na jane au paskida nesi ebalali min be Gracie ejepone jare subjere Gracie ejabere nkapuno grupu epone kwa nle nyaka kinirika ora bida uskwa ngauta kime epone bida ne beiter nga pedala bakabe ara kwa tesa bongoriba do kwa na bia okali lukuni yare keda kaisare esabuni ya pesa dope ogendo ne sai titem be ja dex ne ba kai Terrewode sorotingi na imuki alex ngene muke ne sida a beru ne tirota kileng bala ba beiti ba amabe jate apunga mbara jate bera tamango da maleli makini ngabe imam ngina idumune jonyo akiroki era ngina boni bere pol ngabe joko bo bereti kwa na akirotongi
Hello, everyone. I'm Bonnie Reuter, and I'm the Executive Director and co-founder of Terrewode Women's Fund, and I'm joining you from Eugene, Oregon. I'm so happy you are here with us tonight, so we can share with you the powerful work that the Terrewode team is accomplishing in Uganda, and that you make possible when you support Terrewode Women's Fund. As a midwife, Grace's story is heartbreaking to me. I've been with mothers in prolonged labor many times. Yet here in the US, we have access to cesarean sections whenever they are needed. But in Uganda, there are thousands of women just like Grace who are suffering from obstetric fistula because the obstetric care they needed during their delivery was not available. An obstetric fistula is a devastating childbirth injury that leaves a woman completely incontinent. Tragically, 90% of these deliveries end in stillbirth. And because of the odor caused by the leaking, women with fistula often face discrimination, stigma, social isolation, and high rates of divorce and abandonment. And as we've just heard in Grace's story, her problems during her delivery were only just beginning. The leaking she developed was first misdiagnosed, and then she later traveled very far for treatment, only to be turned away. In my work with women with fistula, I've learned that seeking treatment is one of the biggest challenges they face. And returning home still leaking, either from a failed surgical repair or delayed treatment when they thought they would be dry, is devastating. It was out of these heartbreaking stories that the dream of Terrewode Women's Community Hospital was born, a place where women can come and receive expert fistula surgery while they are nurtured and healed, all free of cost. Because these women are already so poor, even just the cost of a bus ride to the hospital can be an insurmountable barrier. So all care at Terrewode Women's Community Hospital is provided to the women for free, thanks to a long-term partnership with Terrewode Women's Fund. Terrewode Women's Fund was founded in 2014 with that exact purpose, to partner with Terrewode in their goal of building the first dedicated fistula hospital in Uganda. Now, every time I visit the hospital, I am truly amazed at how far we've come. And I think of all of our generous supporters here in the US who have made this hospital possible. Last year, 289 women and girls were treated at the hospital. The goal for this year is to provide this life-changing treatment for 400 women and girls. 400 women who, like Grace, should not have to suffer just for trying to bring a new baby into the world. Every surgery costs $1,200, which covers the entire holistic package that Terrewode provides. In addition to the surgery, this includes transportation, counseling, and reintegration support. Terrewode Women's Fund is also working to prevent fistula. We support Terrewode's community awareness and education programs, and I'm excited to share that plans are underway to add maternity services to the hospital in coming years. In just a moment, you'll get to see the hospital and the amazing Terrewode staff. And a little later in our program, we'll share more of Grace's story, how her life has changed since she first heard about Terrewode Women's Community Hospital. Our generous supporters, all of you here tonight, make this care possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. And you know what, friends? We have some gifts coming in. As Bonnie said, we're trying to raise $120,000 this evening, which will, I'm so sorry, I get so choked up. If we raise $120,000 tonight, which I know we will, it will provide holistic fistula treatment to 120 women and girls. So far, we have raised, oh, here comes the total. So far, we've raised $15,000. Thank you so much, Amy Phipps, $120. Kara Combs, $500. Laura Hitchcock and Jan Glick, $500. Louisa Rahmani, thank you. Oh, y'all, thank you so much. Sorry I say y'all a lot. I'm from Texas, as you can tell. So we're getting closer to our goal of $120,000. Thank you to everyone who's been donating tonight. And let me break down the cost of surgery for one woman. It's $1,200. And this covers all aspects of a patient's surgery and care: her transportation to the hospital and back home, her preoperative care, her expert surgery, postoperative rehabilitation, follow-up care, and Terrewode's holistic reintegration program. This means that for just $100 a month, $1,200 a year, you can change a woman's life. If you give $6,000, that covers 5 full surgeries. And for $12,000, that covers 10 surgeries. Your gifts tonight are so urgently important because all of the care at Terrewode Women's Community Hospital is provided for free to each of the women that come there. And it helps to eradicate the fistula they have been living with. So whatever the size of your gift, know that your support changes these women's lives. And you can even make your pledge tonight if you, oh, there's something missing here. Make your pledge tonight online. So thank you to those of you that have already given to the fundraiser. Over 120 people, I believe, have already given. Thank you so much. Anytime you want to donate, just do it. It's so easy. All you have to do is text TWF at 53555 or just scan this QR code right here. I know some of you have been longtime supporters and we're incredibly grateful to you. And some of you are brand new to Terrewode Women's Fund. So I'd like to take you on a visual journey of the Terrewode Community Hospital in Soroti, Uganda. And you will see firsthand the nurturing care that the Terrewode doctors and nurses provide. Please know that we worked hand in hand with the doctors, staff, and the patients that you're about to see in this video. Thank you so much to Alice and the Terrewode Community Hospital staff. Again, you can donate now to support this work by clicking on the link in the chat. So far, we've had $4,380, which provides surgeries for 12 women. And some updating news, Monica and Dave Stevenson have donated $10,000 along with a challenge to all the Seattle supporters. Monica was a founding board member of Terrewode, and we would also like to give a shout out of huge gratitude to Marianne Dowdy for her contribution of $7,500. Right now, I'd like to return to Grace, and we can hear the second half of her powerful story. When we left off, she had first heard of Terrewode. So here is part 2 of her story for you.
Karibu ne Terrewode ai dalak. Dudu mamu aje ni bai dalak na la jas. There, alango da janga gypsy pegina. A down in us, I want no more quangin. Palabunio, Gracie. Asam nekro jekone, anapratiti, mama koto jekwamanyo. Yongbe, agari kopana, kotongana na subando berbe. Alusinge konai, angaleun. Akespolo abudong anbun be. Isoma inyum, adex nin. Abunga papa yalama. Nara bunga dai karule pu. Kwenda paki gina bunga yala mikini chuti.
Abu dong anyu be ijas ngiskira jula inete. Abu eka tau opupa yalama.
Isna be go putere wodo limbon be. Kadi de kajo konyinga leujo. E dolit bere dai tam. E poneli pedoso je kono. Kade kusa kale dari jajo kale kon arurix. Pero bere da dum nare kwata kanyi pugena janyo amunyu. Abunga pedat ay shishan benbe. Ay nakingo do kwana a pedara dumuna gwela ngaburi. Agwela na riboruk ije kwa penat amena ayanya a pedal paninga gwel na mena da ore nyametitunga kana gwelu nu ni boro do re ni no gwel na kona kokor o gwelu ni koni kalol ari atakino sida umonyo.
So arai do ngisi arai beredo alopere epone ngoli ngisi eteyong.
Pero na na ko anga yala manara dumunu ne ngora berenyo imeda ina pidoto nga konai ay jokote na dex na Terrewode ishishana kini tunga akiro ni puade pan. Todo na poto joki kisinga ito dolo kupu kwa ni neroni. Na sodi adumu na gogong na pedoto ngo da go. Kaya ko bana na kibele ngonyo atitinyu keda gogong na pedoto ngene rakai. Otunga esbera jeni ngobunbe. Idare tu deja ne agwenu nanyo iche borese shalam teringonyo Terrewode noi.
I am so blown away by Grace's perseverance and the joy and the sharing that she gives to all the women she meets in her community and beyond. I'm so happy that she shared that story with us so we could know the truth about fistula and the hard journey it's taken on her life. So thank you again, Grace. Now, I am pleased to bring to the virtual stage, all the way from London, the board director of Terrewode Women's Fund, Dr. Susie L. Neal.
Hello, everybody. I'm Susie L. Neal. I am a fistula surgeon and also a urogynecologist and pelvic floor reconstructive surgeon who's based in the UK but has done an awful lot of work in Africa as a whole. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve with the Terrewode's Women's Fund, or TWF for short, as they are doing some fantastic work in Uganda. One of the things is the lady who leads the project with them in Uganda, Alice, is well known to me for many years, and she has striven very hard to deliver not just surgical care, but holistic health care for the women. As many of the women that come to the center often don't just have a problem with regards to the issues with the fistula, but many other social and cultural issues. And on top of that, they also have other medical issues. And it's quite important to look after them holistically and not just fix the hole, as we say in surgery. A fistula, as you know, is a direct communication in the pelvic floor, and it can be devastating. The cost of such surgery and such holistic care is in the region of $1,200. And that's really the basic need supported and looked after. The important thing is not to just deal with the hole and the fistula and the surgery, which this cost does cover, but also the entire patient journey from where she comes from her village and goes back to her village, to her town, to her family. A restored woman, but also a woman who has a future to look forward to. So although we are asking for the very basic minimum here, we hope you will give very generously tonight so we can complete the journey together. It isn't an easy journey for them to reach us, and it's certainly not an easy journey going back. There's so many things to sort out. So whatever you can do tonight will be amazing and will help not just the woman, but all of her family, her children, her society. And we are ever so grateful for your help and your kindness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susie. You made the case so clearly for why we're all doing this work. Please give now by texting TWF to the number 53555 or click the link in the chat. So let's take another look at the thermometer and see how close we've gotten to our goal. We are at, oh my gosh, we're at $38,345. That is incredible. And once again, just to remind you, we have another challenge tonight from Monica and Dave Stevenson, who made a $10,000 donation, and they're challenging all the folks in Seattle, all those supporters there in Seattle, to match this amount. And I want you to know that Monica was a founding board member of Terrewode Women's Fund. So thank you, Monica and Dave. And let's hear from folks in Seattle. That means we have $20,000 in total of challenge funds. So get your gifts in. You know, sometimes I think I'm just a musician. What can I do to make a change? And I want you to know that every bit counts. As you can see, we've had donations both large and small. So if you want, you can consider a monthly donation if that works better for you. One of our most staunch supporters is a graduate student who committed to donating $10 a month until he covers the cost of one whole surgery. I just love that story because that shows the commitment and love behind someone's intentions. And I want you to know that our board at Terrewode Women's Fund has come together and included in the donations you see tonight. They have done 100% board participation. Thank you, board. And again, I want to see all of your faces, all you friends out there in the world. So let's look at some selfies of the other folks who've joined us tonight in raising money for the Terrewode Women's Fund. There's Stacy and Millie in St. Louis. Oh, look, I'm not sure who that is, but what a beautiful person. Hello, beautiful person. There's Bonnie and Juno in Eugene, Oregon. Bonnie is our executive director. There's Carrie Rodriguez and Luke Jacobs. Yay! Two fine musicians that live here in Austin, Texas. Julie's Book Club in Seattle. Yay for book clubs. And what a great picture you guys took. Thank you so much. Caruso family from Albany, Oregon. Oh, what a beautiful family. I should tell you all while we're looking at these photos. Hi from Southern Colorado. I should tell you that fistula was eradicated in the United States in the early 1900s. So I have faith we can eradicate it in Uganda soon. Here's Sydney DeMarco with her roommates supporting Dr. DeMarco and the team. Great shot, y'all. Hey, that person looks very dedicated and serious, and they look like they're having something delicious to eat. Thanks for tuning in and helping us out. Another great selfie. Look at that smile. And looks like you have a thought bubble. Hey, I know that woman. That's from the Miracle Foundation. Hey, I'm so glad she's here. Carolyn, hi. There's Tiba Kabuga. There's another mystery woman, but wow, she looks fantastic. And she looks like she just gave a lot. This is Lucas from DC. I'm not sure who's Lucas. Maybe they're both named Lucas, but what a great shot. There's Claire and Rain. And thank you all. Thank you so much. I love that you've sent in these photos tonight so we can be a community together. Again, our total goal tonight was $120,000. And while we were looking at those selfies, you all helped us to reach, let me see, $40,485. And this amount will cover many, many surgeries. Trust me. Thank you so much for helping the women in Uganda. Well, thank you. Thank you for your generous support and for keeping the chat so much fun and sending in your selfies. We also have some thanks to give out because we couldn't have done this work without the phenomenal Grace Akatang, whose video you saw, Chamutai Florentino. Let me try that again. Chamutai Florentino. I want to get it right. And the patients at Terrewode Women's Community Hospital in Soroti, Uganda, for sharing their stories and participating in this project, and to the entire Terrewode team for their assistance in making these films possible. Please put some applause in the chat and give it up for all these folks doing all this fine work. You know, it's been a joy to spend this evening with you all. Thank you for joining in. I know it's hard to do a lot of these Zoom kind of things, but you're doing such good work. And it helps me to know that I'm not alone out there, that you guys are with me as we raise these funds for these wonderful women in Soroti. And just to remind you, you can stay connected with us at Terrewode Women's Fund by telling your friends and family about our work and sharing the link to donate. You can sign up for our newsletter to keep up with what we're doing, and you can follow us on Facebook. The links for this are both in the description below this video and the chat. So good night. We're grateful to each of you. We'll be leaving the chat open for a little while so you continue to talk and or say goodbye. And it means so much to me that you're helping these beautiful women and girls in Uganda. Until next year, thank you.
Terrewode to come to my rescue, but you saw the pain in my eyes. You called me to your side, you made me whole again, lifted the burden of me. That's why I say it's okay to cry. Everybody does that once in a while. It's not only you who has strained you such pain. It's okay to cry. Everybody does that once in a while. It's not only you who has strained you such pain. It was a day I was so lost, and no one was there to help me through. But you saw the pain in my eyes. You called me to your throne. You purified my heart. You changed my ways of living. That's why I say it's okay to cry. Everybody does that once in a while. It's not only you who has sent you such pain. It's okay to cry. Everybody does that once in a while. It's not only you who has sent you such pain.
Don't give up. You just started. You've come so far in such a short time. Don't give up. You just started. You've come so far in such a short time. The hardest step is always the first one. All things will come to you once you're in motion. Don't give up. You just started. You've come so far in such a short time. The roughest journeys from the head to the heart. Guide yourself wisely, take courage in the dark. Oh, courage in the dark. Don't give up. You've just started. You've come so far in such a short time. Yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up. No. You just started. Oh. You've come so far in such a short. Yeah. Don't give up. Yeah.
come to my rescue, but you saw the pain in my eyes. You called me to your side, you made me whole again, lifted the burden of me. That's why I say it's okay to cry. Everybody does that once in a while. It's not only you who has trained you such pain. It's okay to cry. Everybody does that once in a while. It's not only you who has trained you such pain. It was a day I was so lost, and no one was there to help me through. But you saw the pain in my eyes. You called me to your throne. You purified my